In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up your DJI Mavic Air 2 to get the best, smoothest 4K 30 FPS HDR video. Are you ready? Let's get started. A lot of people think that HDR video can only be done in low light or when the sun is setting. That's not necessarily the case. Take a look at these samples shot in broad daylight with ND filters, with HDR and without HDR, and you will definitely see the difference. If you're not looking to do a lot of work and you want really good shots straight out of camera, well then just grab yourself the filters, put them on the drone, and let's get started. I have the ND8 on. The first thing that we're going to do is, and I know this sounds weird, go to your settings and go to normal. Do not go to HDR mode yet. Go to normal, put it in 4K 30, and that's the setting that you definitely want. So it's in 4K 30 at 30 frames per second because that's pretty much what HDR is. You can't get 60 frames out of HDR. Next, you will come to the bottom of your camera. In your manual, you will not put your camera in auto. You don't want that. You want your camera in manual. Now, 30 frames per second means that your shutter should be double. So double 30 frames per second is 60. Double of 30 is 60. So 1/60th should be your shutter. My shutter is correct at 1/60th and my ISO at 100. Everything looks fine. That means manual. I'm going to go back to my settings, 4K. I have the right filter, and that's what's important. Why is that important? Because when you switch to HDR, right, if you try to go in manual, tap that button, you see it, unable to switch camera modes in this current shooting mode. So when you're in HDR mode, you can't do anything. You can't even lock the exposure. You can't hit the EV. You cannot do anything. Anything that you tap will not work. The camera takes away complete control from you. That's why we needed to go in the settings and go in normal mode and expose for normal mode first. Make sure we had the right filter first. Now, I just so happen to have the right filter. I am exposed properly in manual, in normal mode, 4K 30 FPS. So chances are when I switch to HDR, more than likely our shutter speed will be 1/60th. Or at least somewhere close to there, right? That's what I'm thinking. And this will give you absolutely the best results when you're filming HDR. Now let's take a look at some HDR shots and compare them to some normal shots. don't know what DJI is doing. I don't know how they're doing it, how they're getting to brighten up the darks without overexposing the highlights. And in case you don't know what that means, the dark is the bridge right now. You cannot really see this bridge right now. It's dark. You can't even really see the cars that are passing on the bridge. That's your darks. But when you look at the sun, it looks somewhat exposed. The clouds and the sky looks okay, but you're losing the bridge completely. Like, there's no detail in the bridge. So if I bring up my shutter, I slow down my shutter speed to what it's supposed to be, which is 160. Now look what happens. Now the bridge looks fine. The bridge looks beautiful, but look at the sun in the sky. The sun in the sky is literally destroyed. Like, it's just that's what you call blown out. And now when I switch it to HDR, look at what happens. Look at that. Somehow it maintained the bridge. It didn't darken out the bridge. The bridge looks beautiful and bright still. And yet the sun is intact. You can still see definitions and clarity in that sky. And that's absolutely awesome. And this is why I felt so compelled to share this video with you guys and let you guys know, if you're not using HDR mode on the DJI Mavic Air 2, I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't know. One other thing to mention before I go is that yes, you definitely will need filters, but you don't need filters all the time. As the sun sets more and more and the place gets darker and darker, you want to take your filters off, because filters are dark glass. And as the place gets darker, you don't need dark glass. But in the day, you absolutely will need yourself some filters to shoot in HDR mode and get that nice, smooth, cinematic effect. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Be sure to like this video if it brought you any value. That means hit the thumb until it turns blue. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when I release more DJI Mavic Air videos as well as Mavic Mini videos. Share this video with people you know who fly drones, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Big shout out to Autonomous Drone Services and MadMixTube.com for providing us with the equipment to make these videos possible. I'm still giving away 6 DJI Mavic 2 Pros or Zooms. Head over to my Patreon account, donate $1, become a patron, and automatically you're entered to win a chance to win one of 6 of those drones. Guys, let's make this happen. Come on, support me and help me support you.